His Majesty King Charles III is preparing for pivotal discussions with advisors regarding the racial controversy sparked by Omid Scobie's book. Palace officials plan to meet with representatives of Prince William this week to determine how to respond to the racism accusations made in the Dutch translation of the text titled In Game. The gathering between the King's household and William's will involve cautious deliberations on reacting appropriately, with great care and consideration to be taken before finalizing any choices, according to one inside source. Reportedly, all potential courses of action are currently on the metaphorical discussion table, including potential legal action, subsequent to the explosive claims made in the Netherlands edition of the book. Specifically, the overseas publication stated that both His Majesty King Charles and Catherine, Princess of Wales, made problematic comments about the skin color of Prince Archie, the son of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Returning recently from the pivotal COP28 climate conference held in Dubai, King Charles is said to be regarding this controversy surrounding the book with utmost gravity and thoughtfulness. During this week, Charles plans to consult with his most senior counselors regarding the situation. Meanwhile, his assistants have told press that royal duties and engagements will carry on as usual, stating the intention for the king to rise above the tumult by continuing his typical schedule. At present, the king remains at Sandringham Estate before traveling back to London for a string of official ceremonies this week. These include a formal occasion at Buckingham Palace and a charitable holiday concert at the eminent Westminster Abbey. An insider near the palace informed the Sunday Telegraph discussions have been had and will continue those discussions this week, but not in a crisis talks manner. Elaborating further, the source continued, decisions will be made with care and time and professionalism rather than rushed over a weekend. Buckingham Palace declined to provide an official comment to Mail Online at this time regarding this statement on the consultations. Moreover, the Mail has learned that Buckingham Palace is closely investigating who within their ranks could have potentially seen the confidential letters between the King and Meghan Markle containing the controversial remarks. However, the palace remains confident the inflammatory contents were not leaked internally, stating belief that only a tiny handful of individuals have ever laid eyes on these documents. For their part, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have not provided any public commentary on the present scandal. Author Omid Scobie, who penned the work responsible for igniting this firestorm, has faced accusations of acting as a mouthpiece for the Sussexes, allegations he fervently denies, writing over social media, "I'm not Meg's pal." Those closely associated with Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, who reportedly documented the names of the two royal family members in question in personal letters to King Charles, have staunchly insisted she never intended for them to be publicly identified. Her inner circle maintains the contents were not leaked to Mr. Scobie by anyone in her camp, as stated by the Telegraph. However, one source near the British royal family has called upon Prince Harry and Meghan to break their silence and address this blazing controversy publicly once and for all. This insider informed the publication, for the couple that talked about death by 1,000 no comments, the silence at this point is deafening. Another royal affiliate concurred, adding that the Sussexes' choice not to respond was interesting in light of their past grievances regarding feeling abandoned by other royals when facing negative media attention. In his regular column published by the Daily Mail, former Prime Minister Boris Johnson put forward the notion that merely inquiring about a baby's skin color should not inherently constitute a racist act. He theorized to ask such questions in anticipation of a happy event is simple human nature. It is one of the greatest joys and mysteries of life that we have no real idea, in utero, what our children will look like. That, I expect, was exactly the kind of ruminative debate that the so-called royal racist was having. Similarly, Sir Trevor Phillips, prominent former chairman of the Commission for Racial Equality, labeled this entire ordeal a nonsense story, speculating the comments stemmed from a mark of excitement, I suspect. This scandal, which author Scobie has felt compelled to state was no publicity ploy, has kept his book In Game under a blazing spotlight for over a week, as excerpts leaked out in the days preceding its official release. Most provocatively, text published in a French magazine claimed existence of a second alleged royal racist, beyond the one previously hinted at by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in 2021, purportedly a member of the royal household they accused of making problematic remarks regarding their son Archie's skin tone. Last year, Harry and Meghan sat down with Oprah Winfrey for a bombshell interview about their experience in the British royal family. They made an explosive claim that there had been conversations within the family about the potential skin color of their son Archie before he was born. Meghan pointedly refused to name names, saying it would be too harmful. Later this week, a new book by royal expert Omid Scobie made headlines when the Dutch translation apparently included the previously unnamed royals involved in those conversations. Scobie's book In Game was just released in English on Tuesday with the names omitted, supposedly for legal reasons, but they appeared unredacted in the Dutch version. The translators Saskia Peters and Nelly Kuklar van Ritsbergern maintained they were just accurately translating what was provided to them in the manuscript. The names of the royals were there in black and white. I did not add them, Peters told reporters. Her colleague agreed, saying, "We are professionals and we've done this for years. It's unfair." After the news broke, British newspapers carefully avoided naming names due to strict libel laws. But Piers Morgan revealed them anyway on his online show, while also stating he does not actually believe the racism allegations. "Because I don't believe any racist comments were ever made by any of the royal family, and until there is actual evidence of those comments being made, I will never believe it," he declared. Morgan continued vigorously defending the royals later in the week as well. Author Omid Scobie appeared defensive and evasive about the debacle in an interview on BBC's Newsnight. He described it as a translation error and claimed an investigation is underway. But he stopped short of apologizing, saying he still wants to get to the bottom of what happened in regards to Archie's skin color. Scobie rocketed to fame as co-author of the book Finding Freedom about Harry and Meghan's split from the royal family. He emotionally swore that leaking the names was not some kind of publicity stunt to sell more copies of his new, highly critical book about the monarchy. He dismissed that idea as a baseless conspiracy theory. When pressed by the BBC interviewer about why an unredacted version existed at all, Scobie had no real explanation. The book he says he wrote, edited, and approved apparently did not contain the incendiary names. So how did they end up in the Dutch translation? It's a mystery that Scobie seems unable or unwilling to solve. While In Game was marketed as an insider peek at the royal struggles, its overwhelmingly harsh tone and attacks on Kate Middleton especially have earned it scathingly negative reviews, and the translator controversy seems unlikely to help its reputation or credibility. Through all the finger-pointing and speculation, the Dutch publishers have halted sales of the book. But the damaging allegations about bigotry in the royal family remain lingering questions with no confirmed answers. All while Harry and Meghan watch silently from their new home abroad. Dear friend, if you like everything new about the royal family and don't want to miss all the novelties, subscribe to our channel and like it. By doing so, you take part in our development. We work for you.